Hey, this is Kim Boltzma again, and welcome back to our Introduction to DSLR Photography Premium course. Last time we talked about all things composition, where we discussed many tips on how to make your photographs look more professional. Today we're going to discuss all things accessories, so you can start thinking about what items will help you on your road to being a better photographer. Not only do they offer protection from breakage, but lens hoods also help prevent glare from unwanted bright light that reflects on the lens or in the lens barrel. Each lens has a specific hood designed for it, so when you go to purchase one, it's best to bring your lens along. The nice thing about the lens hood is that they're relatively easy to put on and typically store on the lens, so you don't need to worry about extra storage for them. Typically, lens hoods have dots on them to help you line them up with the lens or to put them on. And they also store nicely in reverse. Lens filters usually come in many shapes and sizes. Their primary goal is protection of the front lens element, but they're also there to serve other purposes as well. UV filters provide protection from the UV rays, and this is one area where spending some extra money on a high quality filter is worth it. Circular polarizers are really the only filter that you cannot replicate in software. Not only do they also cut down on glare, but they also make colors more vibrant. When it's really bright outside, for example, sky often becomes pale. With a circular polarizer, the blue comes out more richly, as do the greens and other colors. Neutral density, or ND filters, have been around since the film days. Their purpose was to allow for a slower shutter speed with a wide aperture. Some were graduated, meaning they went from a gray to a clear and were used for landscape shots to prevent the sky from overexposing. The Koken filter is widely known for this, as they have a system for attaching the square ND filters to round lenses. Variable ND filters are increasing in popularity. These are like ND filters, except you can dial in the density or amount of light and dark right on the filter by simply turning the end clockwise or counterclockwise. They are round and thread onto your lens. You need to know the filter size for your lens before going out and buying them. It's often indicated by an O with a line through it with a number like 58 or 67. A good way to make sure your shots are stable is by investing in and using a tripod. They are an important piece of equipment, and you should make sure that you have one on hand. You will encounter times when you aren't able to hold the camera as steady as you'd like to capture that perfect shot. There are many things to look for when purchasing a tripod. Sturdy tripods are great because they can hold your heavier gear, but they are heavy and typically more expensive. Light tripods are great because they are lightweight and portable for on-the-go use, but they don't hold heavier gear and may tip over in unfavorable circumstances. More importantly, though, is the type of head that is mounted on the tripod. As you increase in price with tripods, you have the ability to change out the heads. Manfrotto, for example, allows you to purchase different heads for their tripods. Not every head is right for everyone, so be sure to take your camera with you and try it out at your local camera store. If you're shooting action shots or don't want to carry around a tripod, but are able to still hold onto your camera, monopods are a good alternative. Monopods typically don't have a head and attach directly to the camera body or to the lens collar. You'll find them especially useful when using long, heavy telephoto lenses. Even if your wide aperture telephoto lenses have image stabilization, it's still a great idea to use a monopod to add further stabilization to those important shots. Remotes are valuable for many different reasons. They allow you to set your camera on a tripod to let you take your own family photo with a wireless remote. There are also corded remotes that can be used for long exposure photography, like when you want to take a picture of fireworks, for example. Even if you have your camera on a tripod, there is still movement of the camera when you press that shutter button with your finger. It's best to refer to your camera's user guide or visit your local camera store to find out which shutter release system is right for you and your camera. Battery grips are most beneficial because they allow you to keep a consistent grip on your camera when shooting both portrait and landscape modes. You're able to use a second battery too, which aids in your battery life. You have a second shutter button for shooting in portrait direction. Many like how it helps balance the camera out when shooting with larger lenses too. Again, you need to check your user's manual or visit a local camera store to learn about what grip fits your particular camera and test drive it out. As you start buying more memory cards, you'll find that you need a good memory card case to keep your cards dry and in one place. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are fabric, while others are hard-shelled and waterproof. A bag is also something important. We've gone through a lot of them to find the perfect bag at my house. What works for me might not work for you, but here are some things to consider when looking for bags. Lots of Velcro. I suggest making sure the entire lining of a bag has the material for attaching Velcro to. This allows you to really personalize the bag for your specific camera gear. Comfortable straps. I'm not going to tell you to go with a backpack or a sling, but whatever you do, make sure the strap or straps are cushioned and comfortable. You'll be putting lots of gear in this bag. Make sure you'll want to carry it for extended periods of time. Lightweight. If you're going to be carrying this bag a lot, then make sure the bag itself is light, because your gear is not. Make sure it fits your style. If you get a bag to get a bag, then it will stay in your closet more often than on your shoulder. Has the compartments you need. If you want to carry your iPad or your laptop, make sure your bag can handle it. You won't want to carry 2 or more bags if you don't have to. Brightly colored interiors. Bags that have a bright inside make it easy for you to locate your stuff when it's dark outside. Again, this isn't one of those things I'm going to tell you what to buy. However, you do need to consider the fact that you may have heavy lenses and or a heavy camera. Even if you don't have a heavier camera or gear, you have to wear this thing around your neck for hours at a time. I'm not endorsing this brand by any means, but I really like my Black Rapid strap. It's comfortable and I can quickly access my camera when I need it. And when I don't need it, it hangs nicely at my side, out of my way, and out of the way of others. This assignment is like the one a few lessons back. Go window shopping. Scope out your local camera store and look at what accessories you might need to really get yourself fully prepared to go out and take some good photographs. Next time, we'll wrap up our series on DSLR photography. Until then, I'm Kim Boltzma, and thanks for watching.